Awesome. Here we go. We've hit record. We're live. So thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Your evening, your daytime, wherever you are in the world, I am very, very grateful that you are here. If you paid money to see what we are going to show you today and you didn't like it, I would happily, before you even ask for it properly, just give you your money back. But your time is non-refundable. And so it is more valuable to me than money. And so that's why I want to make sure that you understand that I'm more grateful than anything that you have decided to come and spend your extremely valuable time with me. I don't intend to waste it. I intend to give you much value for it. I believe what I'll be sharing with you is so significant that I don't just feel greatly compelled for you to know about it. But I would love to be able to be at least some small measure in helping you to get this information out to everyone in your life who is significant to you. That's how significant this is. Everybody needs to know about it. Of course, what they do with it is up to them. What you do with this information is up to you. But I do consider it my honor and also obligation to make sure that I bring it to your attention. I've been doing that with this company for the last 6 years now. But before I go into what this information is and before I introduce myself, I want to introduce to you my best mate, an Aussie who's living in Hawaii. And I want to do that up front so you know why you should stick around and get through my part so you can listen to the golden part. And also, once I get through my part, I apologize. I'm going to have to run away. But I will leave you in extremely capable hands, because the hands I'm going to leave you in belong to a gentleman and a scholar in my book. This gentleman has come from a very interesting walk of life. I will let him tell the story. I'm just going to give you the movie trailer. But from a severe life-concerning challenge, life-concerning, not just health-concerning, to having his life given back to him by this breakthrough that I'm going to introduce to you in just a couple of minutes. This gentleman is now an international multi-million-dollar success story. He is at the top of this company. He is number 3 highest ranking associate in the world. His title with the company is Ambassador Triple Diamond. He's a member of the Global Advisory Council of this organization. He is a $1 Million Earners Club member. He is highly not just rewarded in this company, he is highly awarded. He is the recipient of the ASEA Business Builder Award. He's the recipient of the ASEA Entrepreneurial Spirit Award and the recipient of the ASEA Emerging Leader of the Year Award. And the list is longer than that. And the reason that he has such high rewards and awards is because he has made it his sincere first mission to better people's lives, to be a force for good in the world, with many aspects of what I'm about to share with you now. So let's jump into that. All right. So my name is Stevie Aquilina, in case you don't know who I am, and in case you also couldn't tell by my Crocodile Dundee accent. I'm from Australia, and my family and I are originally from Sydney, but now we live on the Gold Coast, and that was a dream come true when we can make that happen. We are literally minutes from beautiful beaches, mountains, rainforests, coastal cities. We've got it all around us. 3 theme parks. I'm very blessed. I have a life, income, time, and freedom that allows me to enjoy a great lifestyle with my family. It's also taken me to many parts of the world that were once way too far out of my little old reach, but the good vibes and good times have not always been the case. I was a very difficult child to parent and school, and I never made the grades, and I was often told I was weird, stupid, and useless. Often I might still be told that, but I guess when you're told something often enough, while you are young and impressionable enough, you start to believe it. I later became a teenage runaway and a high school dropout, and with that type of thinking, I walked myself way off track on life's journey throughout my teens and 20. For examples, I had 20 different jobs in less that time. For over a decade, I was a very dumb but very good-looking bouncer in what used to be the most popular nightclubs in Sydney. Okay, kidding about the good-looking part, but not about the dumb part. I had big dreams. I wanted to be, do, and have more, but really, truly, sincerely, I wanted to give more. That was what it was actually about for me, but I had little self-esteem, and so therefore had done little with my life and had little to give, clearly. Physically, always been athletic, mainly in martial arts. We're talking about even to right now. But back then, I had health troubles. autoimmune disorder, inflammatory issues, severe skin, respiratory, and gut conditions most of my life. Lots of bad injuries, pretty hardcore martial arts. Financially, oh, forget about it. I got myself stuck in go nowhere jobs with hopes going nowhere, no prospects, no financial security, no financial dignity. And what I mean by that, behind. Phone, electricity, gas cut off, not able to run my car on anything more than just petrol fumes. I've not been able to make the rent. I've been evicted. I mean, I'm embarrassed to say all this, but truly I had no financial dignity. I always believed in possibilities, but I doubted my potential. So I was trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, frustrated because I wasn't able to be who I wanted to be. Now, some very fortunate things, of course, have happened to me. Not all of life is all doom and gloom, and I'm celebrating one of those things right now. 10 years ago, as of yesterday, 14 years ago, as of yesterday, 10 years married. But 14 years ago, I met the girl of my dreams. Right then and there, I was motivated more than ever before to become more. She believed in me, always told me that I was more. And remember when you're told something often enough. Now, also, I was introduced to this company's life-changing breakthrough, life-changing opportunity, life-changing training. The company leaders are extremely successful people. Remember, you're going to hear from one of them after me, Dan Doyle. They believed in me too. And they taught me how to believe and become more. Fast forward to today, instead of having health and wealth problems, I've solved them, not just for me, but for others because of this life-changing breakthrough. Instead of financial insecurity and indignity and embarrassment, I have security, I have dignity. I'm able to hold my head up high because of this life-changing opportunity. And instead of being trapped, unfulfilled, unhappy, and frustrated, I don't just have more, I have the ability to believe, belong, become, and give more because this company's training has shown me a life-changing better way. And now I want nothing more than to better people's lives in at least any one of these life-changing ways too. So the first thing I'm going to be sharing with you is the first thing that turned my life around, the life-changing breakthrough. What I'll be sharing with you is the most significant health and life science breakthrough of our lifetime. Medical experts say it's a very big breakthrough, greater than the discoveries of DNA or penicillin. For 2 decades, science had declared that it was impossible, what I'm about to show you. This is a breakthrough with enormous potential, proven by renowned universities and world-leading laboratory medical studies. A very advanced breakthrough, 15 years ahead of its time. Any health goals or challenges you can think of, remarkable results, and drug companies wanted it shut down. More about that a little later. Before I tell you what this is, let's be clear about what this is not, because this is nothing like anything else you've ever seen before. What we'll be talking about goes well beyond anything you see on your screen here, well beyond drugs or nutrition, and well beyond any type of ingredients or technology you already know about, because what I'm about to show you is an entirely new frontier in science that is truly groundbreaking and a category-creating healthcare breakthrough. The Discover Redox cell signaling technology is a drink that contains active redox signaling molecules. What are those? Redox signaling molecules are made by your cells. So they are made within your body. So they are native to your body. They are your cellular messengers that affect your cell-to-cell communication, therefore your cell-to-cell operation. I mean, all the way down to your genetic expressions in a positive way. Here's some examples. Redox signaling is a remarkable process because it is the actual process that empowers your body to heal itself by telling your cells how to protect healthy cells, how to repair unhealthy cells, and how to replace damaged cells. Redox signaling molecules also activate your body's immune system to protect against bacteria, viruses, and infection. Bottom line is redox signaling is what keeps cells functioning, operating, and healing at optimal levels. And why is this also all important? Because we are all of us, every single part of us, made of cells. So we live and die at the cellular level. Healthy cells means a healthy body and a healthy life. Now, redox signaling molecules are the keys to life. And what I mean by that is they are essential for the activation and function of all of our normal physiology. All of our body's major systems, whether it be biochemical or physiological, all of our processes critically depend on redox signaling, because if all of your cells were to suddenly stop making redox signaling molecules right now, you wouldn't live longer than just a few more seconds. Without your redox signaling molecules, life ends. So if our bodies already make redox signaling molecules, why do we need to give our bodies more? Good question. The answer is, it's true. When we're born, we do make an abundance of redox signaling molecules. That's generally why children have so much energy, how they can run around all day, not wake up sore the next, how they can bounce back so quickly from an injury or illness. However, as we age, along with stress, poor diet, toxins, and all sorts of other environmental assaults, our cells break down and our body's ability to make redox molecules declines daily. Without as many redox signaling molecules giving these clear cell signals, our whole cellular protection, operation, and healing process becomes slow. Our cells break down more, and so does our health, wellness, youth, and vitality. ASEA takes science seriously and is highly committed to ongoing research with renowned universities, world-leading laboratories, allowing these outside, independently reviewed studies to prove the potential of ASEA redox signaling supplements, demonstrating the safety and efficacy of ASEA products, certifying them as safe and effective in every body. ASEA is within a very real and significant space of science. Redox is based in Nobel Prize winning research. Since the first Nobel Prize was awarded to these three professors back in 1998 for the first discovery of redox signaling molecules, there have now since been multiple Nobel Prizes awarded for research in this field. If you went along to pubmed.gov, which is where all peer-reviewed medical studies are published, and you typed in redox signaling, you would see well over 33,000 results. There are more than 1,500 medical textbooks that have been published on redox signaling molecules. And this slide will already be out of date, with around 150 studies coming out almost every single month. And so according to medical researchers, as well as reported by the Huffington Post, redox signaling, and ASEA specifically in the Huffington Post article, redox signaling is one of the fastest emerging fields in science that will shape all of our lives in the coming years. There are right now multiple universities who've received tens of millions of dollars in grants to open up redox research centers. There are right now global medical conferences and congresses being held about redox. Medical doctors are now specializing in redox, with one such professor, a doctor at Harvard Medical School, who has a PhD and title that includes Director of Redox Medicine. And ASEA, it's already light years ahead. ASEA redox users enjoy cell signaling benefits. That translates to health at its most foundational level. Here's an example. ASEA redox has been scientifically tested, shown to signal the activation of genetic pathways and affect genes that improve immune system health, help maintain a healthy inflammatory response, help maintain cardiovascular health and support arterial elasticity, improve gut health and digestive enzyme production, and modulate hormone balance to support vitality and wellness. These genes are key in the health of every individual and play a vital role, not just in the 5 mentioned human health areas, but also in dozens of additional genetic pathways. Moreover, ASEA redox has also been scientifically tested and shown to enhance your body's own production and efficiency of antioxidants by up to 800%. Further studies show that ASEA lowers oxidative stress. The head professor of this university study saying that one of the most important effects of ASEA on what he called disease risk factors is its ability to reduce oxidative stress. Now, that is significant, let me tell you, because all degenerative health conditions are caused by oxidative stress. And from rigorous toxicology studies, ASEA is proven to be 100% safe, 0% toxicity. And that is because redox signaling molecules are native to your body. They're already in you. Your body already makes them, remember? It's just that now your body can't make as much of them as it used to when it was younger and or healthier. And ASEA is just putting them back. So if you have health challenges, or if you have people that you care about who do, if you have a wish that you could look, live, and feel young again, or if you have the very good sense for protecting your health because you don't want to become old and unwell, or if you have a goal of having higher levels of human performance, greater athleticism, better in sport, bigger and stronger in the gym, whatever your health goal may be, Redox users and medical doctors are seeing just remarkable results, but you don't need to take my word for it. Here are some medical doctors right now to share with us what they have to say.
Redox signaling molecules are like the DNA whisperer. They signal cells to be healthy. And because of age, because of medications, because of toxicity in the environment, you lose your ability to make the redox signaling molecules. So having them with a SIA simply replenishes what your body is doing natively when you were young. You know, I've been in the business for 40 years, and this is the first time that I've ever heard about the redox signaling molecules, which to me is a breakthrough of the 21st century, akin to the electric light bulb in the 20th century and maybe even the discovery of penicillin. Because your body is a redox signaling program, and to be able to replenish it on a day-to-day basis, internally and externally, is not just a breakthrough, it's a game changer.
Health is something we have to earn. What can I do to get to the root of things and really prevent problems from happening? Is it possible? And the answer is yes.
You know, I think most people don't actually really consider their health until it's gone. So it's the choices that we make today that are going to determine the level of our wellness and our health and our healthy longevity tomorrow.
We want to keep people healthy. We don't want to see that deterioration. The whole process of the anti-aging and regenerative medicine that I'm so passionate about is on the premise that we can maintain energy, we can maintain health.
So prevention is key, but people need to value it. People need to understand what it is and take responsibility.
Inside every cell in your body, you're constantly producing negative and positive molecules called oxidants and reductants. And the contraction of that name is redox.
So with these molecules, we're amping up that communication. We're helping that cell signal.
Without these cell signaling molecules, we simply wouldn't do the gene replication that we need, the DNA sequencing that we need. These redox signaling molecules interact throughout the body with every cell that we know.
Every cell in our body needs these molecules for communication purposes. The more balanced they are, the more abundant they are, the healthier we are.
A SIA actually has the combination of the oxidants and the reductants that the body makes. So all we're doing with a SIA is enhancing what the body is already doing.
Having a product, a technology that's native to the body doesn't have to worry about detoxifying it because it knows exactly what to do with redox molecules. It's one of, if not the safest recommendation I ever make to a patient.
They found a way to stabilize them outside the body. And you can actually put them back into bodies that are deficient in those molecules. That's a game changer.
To have something that at its molecular level is native to the body is nothing short of a breakthrough.
This is something that's foundational for health, for every cell. It affects every cell in our body. And not just the cells, but the very DNA within those cells. You know, we talk about the discovery of DNA as being a huge breakthrough, the discovery of penicillin. Yes, these were absolutely huge discoveries, but now we have something that actually goes even deeper.
This is where the future lies, and this is why redox chemistry and supplements that employ this are so powerful.
They literally turn on and turn off, signal every single process in every living cell. And to be able to stabilize a product that allows us to replenish that is just a phenomenal breakthrough.
This has the capability to change the landscape of the healthcare system as we know it.
So now that we've spoken about cellular health from the inside out, let's show you what's possible from the outside in. That's made possible by SIA's topical versions of redox technology. They are Renew 28 redox gel and our intensive redox serum. Now, these technologies are supported and enhanced by the complementary all-natural ingredients products. They are our gentle refining cleanser and our ultra replenishing moisturizer. But look, a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's just show you what these redox technologies are worth with these amazing health, anti-aging, and age-reversing results. Lines and wrinkles are smoothed out. Elasticity comes back to the skin. Skin blemishes, spots, dots, marks, inflammations, irritations, aggravations, other signs of poor health to the skin, being rejuvenated, being renewed. improving the quality of life. Now, even the aftermath of some of these unfortunate conditions is coming back to the proper surfaces of the skin. This is Rosie, and believe it or not, the dramatic difference you're seeing in the first two pictures on the left, they couldn't be seen by Rosie because Rosie did not take those pictures. Rosie actually believed that the products were not working. Rosie went to see her doctor. That's who told her about ASEA and who took these pictures. And when Rosie told the doctor that the pictures didn't, that the products didn't work, the doctor showed these pictures, and I guess the rest of the story can be seen here with us right now, right? Everyone says they want to see how ASEA goes, but Rosie missed those moment by moment, day by day, week by week changes by not taking pictures. And you may miss it too. So please take pictures because that's how you see how it goes. Now, some people notice results right away, 7 weeks in Rosie's case. Other people can notice results in 7 days. There are many people who can notice results in around 7 minutes. However, some people need to apply more product, more time, and more patience. What we know scientifically is that redox molecules are redox molecules. They're all the same. They're the same in you as they are in me, as they are in animals, as they are in plants, as they are in bottles of ASEA. Studies show that ASEA redox products have an immediate positive effect. They work in every single person, every single time. It would be scientifically impossible for them to not work in you and or hurt you. But what does differ from person to person is the time it takes them to notice the change. This doctor did a little experiment of his own on his very own face and used Renew 28 on only half of his face, not the other. Can you spot the difference? Now, Renew 28 is not just for the face. As you can see here, arms, hands, bellies, buttocks, thighs, and all over. These pictures are actually from a study from a world-leading laboratory. This study was done because there were many reports coming in from all over the world from people saying that their cellulite had disappeared while they were using Renew 28. So scientists set upon double-blind, placebo-controlled clinical trials to see if there was any truth to these stories. And what they found was after just 12 weeks, there was a 16% reduction in the appearance of cellulite. And when scientists did ultrasounds to try and discover why this was happening, they saw that the subcutaneous fat that was causing the cellulite was actually being dissolved from the use of Renew 28. So Renew 28 helps reduce the appearance of cellulite and wrinkles, enhancing skin texture, smoothing the skin, not just for visibly younger looking skin, actually healthier skin. Renew 28 helps soothe skin discomfort after things such as shaving or sun exposure, but Renew 28 is not just for the skin. It helps soothe discomfort around the body, and you can know about it in about 10 minutes. If you have some discomfort around your body, rate that discomfort on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most discomfort. Apply Renew 28 on the point of discomfort 3 times within 5 minutes. Usually 9 to 10 out of 10 people will notice a soothing or reduction of discomfort within approximately 10 minutes. And nothing I've said here today has been intended to diagnose anything that you're going through, and ASEA does not claim to treat or cure any diseases. Now, it is a universal truth that with every great breakthrough comes great opportunity, and ASEA is a life-changing breakthrough. And that has created a life-changing financial opportunity behind all of this to make a living while bettering people's lives. ASEA is the world's first and only redox signaling supplement for 2 very simple reasons. One, for nearly 3 decades now, no one other than just one man, Dr. Gary L. Samuelson, medical atomic physicist, has been able to figure out how to create and stabilize redox signaling molecules outside of the body. For the 2 decades before Dr. Samuelson's breakthrough work, science had declared that this was impossible. And 2, ASEA is heavily patented, but not only is ASEA not allowed to be copied, ASEA cannot be copied because there's no way to look into a bottle of ASEA and figure out how to reverse engineer it, figure out how it was made, because there are trade secrets in the making of ASEA, so it can't be copied. That means we have no copycats, and that means we have no competition, and that means no one in the world has what ASEA has. No one. And no other products in the world can do what ASEA does. None of them. Nothing else in the world can get to the depth and level of achievement in the human body as what ASEA can, because redox works in everybody. Everybody needs redox because nothing in the body works as well or at all without redox. And redox cannot hurt anybody. No other product can make these claims. No juice, pill, super shake, fancy water, CBD oil, or whatever it might be. ASEA holds massive opportunities across all health science sectors, whether it be healthcare wellness, whether it be sports science, athletic performance, or whether it be beauty, skincare, aging, longevity. These are multi-trillion-dollar industries. And again, ASEA is the only company in the world that the world can get a redox supplement from. ASEA is an entrepreneur's dream. Our mission is to better people's lives, to be a force for good in the world. We can't do that on our own. And so we look for good people to help spread the word. ASEA gives you the opportunity to earn money just by sharing ASEA, just by sharing Redox with others. That's very simple. Send people to a presentation like this a few days a week with the great Dan Doyle that you're going to hear from in just a moment. So for people who are looking for either an extra or a part-time, full-time, big-time, or maybe legacy leaving income, for people who have dreams of a better life, income, lifestyle for themselves and loved ones, there are levels of commissions to meet whatever levels of ambitions. To be able to afford making your goals, dreams, and desires a reality, ASEA helps you create income that is both residual and leveraged. You receive a residual income from the first and all of the repeated purchases made by every single person you refer to ASEA. And because you can refer as many people as you like, the residual income potential is unlimited. On top, you also receive unlimited leveraged residual income from all of the repeated purchases made by every single person your contacts, excuse me, your contacts and others also refer. So just like when you recommend a good movie, TV series, restaurant, cafe, book, food, homewares, beauty products, health products, we recommend a lot of things. And whatever it might be, people tell people who then tell even more people, and it goes on and on. Word of mouth marketing is the oldest and still today #1 most powerful and effective form of marketing in the world. There's no limits. Think about it, especially with how connected the world is today. Word spreads worldwide. ASEA is currently in 35 countries and opening new markets every year. Based on existing trends, the annual turnover is projected to exceed more than $500 million in the next 5 years. Look, residual income is very impressive, but more so, it's very important. And I want you to think about it like this. You have residual bills. Why not residual income? Do you know what happens to most people by the time they're 65? Out of every 100 people, only 1 is wealthy. Only 3 are financially secure. 7 must still work to survive. At 65, not working because they want to, but because they have to. There's a difference. They're a slave to the dollar. And worse still, 74 out of every 100 people are dependent on welfare by 65. So what are you doing? What is going wrong? What is one of the main financial principles that the top 4% seem to figure out that the other 81% do not? It's how to make money that is no longer dependent on a paid by the hour, selling your precious time for money, labor intensive or own activity, JOB stands for just over broke. Job, otherwise known as active income. Look, listen, please. Sooner or later, you won't be able to be as active as you are right now. And therefore, you won't be able to have as much active income as you have right now. And this may even be more concerning if you're thinking, well, my active income already isn't enough as it is. It's a problem. And it's one of the biggest problems that 81% of people get trapped in. Money is an excellent servant, but a terrible master. In other words, if you do not find a way to make money while you sleep, you will be a slave for money until you die. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying jobs are bad. They're a good place to start for most of us. And if you truly do love your job, keep it. You're blessed. 70% of people don't like their job though. And still, either way, you should find a way to make money outside of your job that won't interfere with what you're currently doing, because only relying on a single source of active income is not smart. It's dangerous to your financial security. So for people who are smart, who've been wanting to be in the right place at the right time, who are able to recognize a good thing when it's coming their way, who decide to take control of their finances and their freedom, for people who aren't happy with the amount of money that they have or how they have to make it, for people who have dreams and want a better life, ASEA is a significant opportunity to be paid a significant residual income from the inevitable growth of its global expansion to afford you those dreams and give you that real freedom. Now, really, there's nothing better than making a living from bettering people's lives. That's what you get to do with ASEA. Who we become, what we do, those are the biggest rewards. over and above any riches it will make us. Now, don't get me wrong, you can make great money here, that's for sure. And you can even be rewarded on top with all expenses paid trips to 5-star luxury locations all around the world and have a really great time, meeting great people, making great friends, having great experiences and a great lifestyle. But really, at the end of the day, it's the effect we have on others. That is one of the most valuable currencies there is. That is the heart of ASEA. And it was demonstrated because the truth is, after big pharmaceutical companies were shown tens of millions of dollars and 17 years worth of powerful research, clinical studies proving ASEA, those big drug companies offered to pay huge sums of money for the sole and exclusive rights to the ASEA Redox technology. However, those drug companies wanted ASEA to shut down and take everyone off Redox. But thankfully, the founders of ASEA, Virtus and his son Tyler Norton, they had the great foresight to see very grave concerns and consequences in such a deal, because Virtus and Tyler saw people who went from severe health challenges that once left them and their doctors feeling hopeless to then experiencing life-changing power from Redox. And when Virtus and Tyler saw this, they were filled with a great sense of purpose and responsibility to get this breakthrough for humanity out to the world. And so they couldn't in good conscience sell out, and that's why they didn't. They said no to the payout and yes to the people. You see, for Virtus and Tyler, what had once started out as just a very big business play had now become more. The ASEA founders turned down that huge sum of money from big pharmaceutical companies, deciding to go the supplement route rather than the drug route in order to expedite the availability of this technology globally, making it available immediately to everyone without a prescription. And one of ASEA's foremost guiding principles was demonstrated here, as is perpetually demonstrated in every decision they make, and that is to always put people and principles before ego and economics. The ASEA founders and corporate team come from big backgrounds, up to Fortune 50 backgrounds. They're exceptionally experienced when it comes to running very big, profitable, famous, household name companies. However, the corporate soul revolves around putting people first, having an impact, making a difference, helping others, to believe, belong, and become more, to be a force for good in the world. So you're in very good hands. Get back with the person who shared this with you. Let them know what stood out to you the most. And if you have any questions, ask them. They can point to where you can find the answers very easily. There's plenty of university studies, but most importantly, there's hundreds of thousands of real people's life-changing redox experiences for you to see. ASEA is the real deal. So do you want to be happier and healthier? Do you want to live younger, longer? Of course, right? You may just want to become an ASEA customer then. Or if you have dreams and desires, if you want to be, do, have, and give more, if you want to help people be happier and healthier, if you want a better life, income, lifestyle for you, for loved ones, if you want to increase the prosperity of the planet, if you want to make a difference in the world, become part of this Redox reality, and you can become more. If you'll just pass this information on for many, many others, you can better the lives of many, many others, and your life will become better in many, many ways. So again, my name is Stevie Aquilina. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. May you always be happy and well. Dan, mate, thank you so much for having me here. I appreciate you. I'm going to hand it over to you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the man that I introduced before. You're in very good hands here. My best mate, Dan Doyle.
Stevie, thank you so much. I know you're in the middle of an incredible celebration with your wife. Happy 10th wedding anniversary and 14 years with beautiful Sarah. I know you got your family up there and celebrating with your children. So may go and spend some time with them, and we really appreciate you coming on this call today on such a special day for you.
Thanks so much, mate. I appreciate you.
All righty. Take care. Catch ya. All right, guys. Presentation is not quite over yet. My name is Dan Doyle. Grew up in Sydney, Australia. And the great thing, what I love about what we do is we help people with their health. We help people create their own story of wherever they are, either with their health or financially, as Steve went through, to where they can go and the potential of what we got our hands on. So amazingly, I wasn't looking for this journey. My health, as Stevie said at the beginning of the presentation, took a serious turn, and it led me to ASEA through a friend giving me a call, which I'll explain through this story. and the rest is literally history. Just before I go into my story, I just want to reiterate what Stevie said, that these products are not intended to treat, diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease or medical condition, but I can tell you that with long-term use of these products, or even sometimes short-term use, these products are a cure for skepticism. We're not here to sell you anything. We're not here to convince you of anything for anybody new on this call. We're here to simply share information, and this is what it's all about. It's sharing our stories. So I grew up in Sydney playing many, many sports to distract myself from school, which I didn't like. Rugby, judo, gymnastics, aerobics, surfing, and this thing called bodybuilding. This is a picture of me when I was 24 years old. This is the start of me being a young entrepreneur. I was in the health and fitness industry. I was a personal trainer, multiple businesses in the health and fitness industry. I had my own gym back then, and obviously I wanted to be a product of the product. And this is me at the age of 24 when I was a bodybuilder. Fast forward 20 years, and over the next 20 years, I went into many, many different industries, hospitality, construction, and I built and sold 20 traditional businesses over that time. So it was amazing that I came from dropping out of school, working for one of the big four banks, corporate, being quite successful until the age of 21 and going to my own business, that I was on this path and journey of me being quite a successful entrepreneur. 3,500 people I employed later over the next 20 years to the age 44, not a bodybuilder anymore, but still used to look after my health. I used to go to the gym every single morning, doing a lot more cardiovascular work. At 44, I wanted to continue on my health and wellness path, health and fitness. And I wanted to be the best version of a 50-year-old that I could have been when I got there. Unfortunately, at this time, not too long after this photo was taken in 2010, in 2011, 6 months after this photo, doctors gave me some really bad news. This is actually a photo of me on the right-hand side, where I was going through 2.5 years of hospital visits in Sydney, Australia. What I went through with losing all my hair from all over my body, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. I was so sick, I literally wanted to die from what they were doing to me. Throughout the duration of being an entrepreneur and building these businesses, we were flipping properties, and I was using a lot of Roundup, the weed killer from Monsanto, and that's what got me into trouble with my health. And this is a young friend of mine, Johnny Manor, played the highest levels of rugby in Australia. He was 21 in this photo, already been through a lot of the hospital visits that I had started in this photo. He was in remission at this stage. After this photo was taken, he went back into hospital, started losing his hair, lost a lot of weight. He never came out. We lost him at the age of 23 years old. So what we had was very, very serious. At the end of my 2.5 years of hospital visits, I was told to get my affairs in order. That was a huge shock because, you know, when we grew up, we were taken down to the doctors in this little old house. There was a little surgery on the corner of a couple of streets, and that was the way we were conditioned. So as far as looking after my health from a health and wellness point of view, I looked after it from a health and fitness point of view. I didn't know too much about nutrition or how the body healed itself, but I had to learn really quick. So I went onto an alkaline diet, also spending a lot of money on nutritional supplements, super juices, antioxidants, alkaline water. And I spent a lot of money through companies I would have never dealt with because I came from traditional business. You see, if someone came to me with Amway this way or that way, I would definitely run the other way. So to buy products from a network marketing company, I never believed in the business model. Really silly way to think, to be honest with you, because it was just another business model of how people would distribute products. So I was drinking a whole bottle of Zango mangosteen a day. I was on products from Life Vantage, Protandim, and also product B from Isogenics. I was on Kangen water, Max Products Longevity. I was on all these products, taking them religiously. Now you would think with being on a good, clean diet, taking all those products, spending all that money, my health would have been heading in the right direction. Well, I can tell you that wasn't the case. This is a picture of me 2 years looking after myself. So my blood works were still heading in the wrong direction. I was still in a lot of trouble with my health. This is 2014 now. A friend of mine, Bart Cotter, reached out, and all he said was, I think I found something that can help. And long story short, I flew to Salt Lake City from Sydney. I met Bart Cotter in the headquarters of ASEA. And I actually took a friend of mine with me too, Malcolm Sword, who had a serious skin challenge for over 40 years, spent over $100,000. So we were there to have a look at this for our health. And I can tell you there was 25 of us in the boardroom with the whole executive team, with Dr. Gary Samuelson, Tyler Norton, the founder, one of the co-founders of ASEA. And it was an amazing experience because here I am there, and Mel was there to look at something as, you know, we're looking for a solution for our health. But obviously, there was a lot of guys in that room that were looking at the business opportunity. And I recall that Tyler Norton got up, and even before Dr. Gary Samuelson went through his presentation or anything at all about, you know, what this product was, the breakthrough, the technology, I remember Tyler getting up, he slapped his hands on the table, looked at us all in the room and said, gentlemen, this business model may not suit some of you guys in this room. We don't want anybody involved in this business that has ego and economics above principles and purpose. And that really blew my mind. It was like, who are these guys? You know, what are their intention? So the presentation continued. I found out what this was. I started on the product immediately at that presentation. And we went back to the hotel room to have a shower, freshen up, to get ready to go to dinner with the founders of the company, with the executive team, with Dr. Gary Samuelson, and took off my shirt to have a shower. And surprisingly, I was covered with these little red spots all over my upper torso, not knowing at the time that my body was expelling rubbish so fast from my body, it was coming out of my skin. Next morning, I woke up and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to test this stuff that I was drinking the night before, and I actually drank half a bottle that morning, just before breakfast. Well, I've had a caffeine intolerance at that stage for 20 years. And any more than 2 coffees, I was buckled over with discomfort all day and bloating. And I made a decision to have 6 coffees that morning. I don't know why I picked 6 coffees, but I thought I'll test this stuff, and had 6 coffees. There was nothing to remind me of what I endured for a whole 20 years. Sad thing was, I used to drink coffee to give myself more discomfort, to keep myself awake because of what they put me through in that hospital. And I was so tired and lethargic and fatigued for so many years. The next day was the day the light bulb went on. I had so much lung damage from what they put me through in that hospital. I was having trouble breathing and talking at the same time. As you know, now I don't have that problem. But 48 to 72 hours in on the product, my lungs were functioning perfect. I went back to Australia. I kept drinking this stuff in this little blue bottle. And long story short again, 12 months later, end of 2015, this is a picture of me the day the doctors told me no sign of those 2 major health challenges. Not only that, multiple injuries from playing sports that were turning into that crippling issue as we get older had gone away. 20 years of pollen problems, sneezing, runny nose, and I had a little lump on my left wrist with I used to bash with a Bible or a hammer. Used to go down for a week or 2, come back, that was gone as well. My whole body was rebuilt top to bottom. So that was my journey back to health. If I fast forward another 2 years, 3 years on the product, and you can see that I'm looking younger and definitely feeling a lot younger as well. If I go back 2014, here is a very sick man. And what you're seeing on the outside is a reflection of what was happening on the inside at that time. 12 months on the product, you can see I'm looking a lot better, feeling a lot better. And same thing, what you're seeing on the outside here was a reflection of what was going on the inside at that time. And then 3 years on the product, you can see here my complexion, a reflection of what was going on the inside at that time as well. So guys, as I said, I wasn't looking for this product or this journey. Unfortunately, when I lost my health as a byproduct of losing my health, I was in search for something that was going to help us. It evolved. You know, we were living in a van and almost went to the Salvation Army for food stamps. It was pretty desperate times there when I lost everything financially. We lost from losing my health. We're in a very serious situation. No health, nothing financially. As my health started returning, it became an obligation to start sharing this with others. became a responsibility to help other people. As I started helping other people, the company started sending me thank you checks. So all of a sudden I'm caught up into the business and the business model, which was fine. Because if it wasn't for the business model, I wouldn't be here. It was the business model that saved my life, because those thank you checks I invested into more product to saturate my body, to get to the damage for my body to heal itself. So an incredible, amazing journey. I would say that this is the most compelling opportunity that we will ever see. We're at the beginning of a brand spanking new year, and what we went through last year, what we're going through now, for what we have for this business, this platform, this model, I would say this is the perfect storm. And what I mean by that is that in bad economic times, people are always looking for something to help them with their health. And we've got this crazy thing going on, being concerned about our health at the moment, and people are still wanting to make sure they maintain their health, obviously more so through these times. So we've got something that can help anybody with that. And we also have something that other people are looking for, or maybe even the same people, which is something that can help them financially. This is truly a home-based business, that you can share this with others from home with the support of the person who actually introduced you. Guys, just make sure when it comes to getting the product, go back to the person who introduced you. Don't go to these platforms where rogue sellers are selling through eBay and Amazon, because I can tell you that one, I mean, that's not our business model, but these people that are dumping product on those sites may not have stored these products correctly. If they're in the sun, they're going to be deemed useless. You're paying for literally nothing for product that's not going to work. They could be expired, tampered with, they could actually be counterfeit, all sorts of problems, including not having any support or money back guarantee from the company. So if you want the products, go back to the person who introduced you onto this call. Get them to help you open up a wholesale account so you get the product at the best possible price for personal use. If you're interested in sharing this with other people, and I know there's people who are on here for their health, which is what I was on initially for, but I can tell you, don't do other people an injustice and keep this to yourself. You know what we have and the potential of what it can do for any individual on the planet, no matter what they're going through. Keep in mind, every single person that hasn't got their health, the reason why they haven't got their health is their own production of redox didn't detect that problem in the first place. The reason why they can't get their health back is because they're not producing enough redox. So this is foundational. It cuts to the chase, but anything you're putting into your body, it's going to make that work more effectively and efficiently as well. So go back to the person who introduced you. They can open up a wholesale account. They can also help you get started when it comes to the business and sharing this with your loved ones. Really appreciate everybody being onto this call, getting onto this call. As I said, this is just information for you to go away to make an informed decision, whether you want to do something with this or not. You can go away from this call, maybe not contact the person that introduced you to the call, or maybe you do. If you do and you get involved with helping others and helping yourself, and I always say you need to put your own oxygen mask on first, because number one is health. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything. So look after yourself, physically look after yourself financially. And then go out there and start helping the masses. And if you do, and we can help you to do that, there's plenty of support here to help you to share this with, as I said, people that you know, and we are in 33 countries around the world. You'll be rewarded with thank you checks for doing that. So we can help you to build a business. We can help you to put a product plan together. Whatever you want to achieve, I love taking people to their potential, to their purpose. And we've got a platform that actually can do that. So guys, yeah, get back to the person who introduced you. Make sure you set up the right way. Reach out to anybody to help you to, do whatever you want to achieve from what we have. And I don't believe there's any other opportunity that is more compelling than the one we have right now. Thank you again for coming on this call. We do them on a very regular basis. We are doing another one tomorrow. To give you the times, it's on the same platform. It's 10 a.m. here in Hawaii, 12 p.m. Pacific. 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm just trying to get my times right here. It's very early in the morning in Australia. It's in the middle of the morning in Asia. So Stevie, God love him, will get up about 5 o'clock in the morning to do the call tomorrow. So thanks for coming on this call again, guys. Appreciate you being here. I hope you have a blessed year and that all your dreams come true with whatever you want to achieve by the end of this year. And whatever you do, whether you do it with us or not, and you know, as I said, you can go away and have an impact on literally hundreds of people or thousands or tens of thousands of people if you do get involved with us. And it's very satisfying, know that people that you may not speak to or know, that you're having an impact on their lives. But as I said, for those who go away and, you know, don't do anything with this, you will still impact that amount of people, hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands, because you didn't do anything with this. So people that you may have reached out to will never hear about this. If not, hopefully they'll hear about it from somebody else. So thanks, guys. I'll catch you on the call tomorrow, or these calls are on all week. Make sure you reach out to the person who introduced you, and they'll let you know when these calls are on. We're here to support you. Thank you very much, and have a great weekend. We'll talk soon. Bye.